I see, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between. I know y'all are used to hearing the theme music off the rip, but we gonna do this a little bit different this morning. Shout out to my main man, ADST Music. He sent this to me on Monday. And because this is bars, and what he sent me, you know what I'm saying, it's called bars. We gotta start this off a little bit differently this morning. So, gonna play this song right here to kick it off.
Hey, my folks is stringing on. Ring their alarm. Keep it 100 with the emoji on. Eddie Blitter that kick in the fizzes act. I'm wherever Vex and Fizz is at. In some wizards hats. These official cats. It's a Reynolds rap. Why you frontin' like a dental cat? Ooh, we cold as slaw. Black as tar. Black a star. Vernacular. Attack the bar with raps this raw. Yeah, yeah.
Raising the bar, mama made me a star. I'm such a boss that I got a raise on my job. Shine bright, I'm like the rays in the sun. You rise up against me, I'm raising a gun. I look small, but you know the K weigh a ton. I blaze up the stage like an eighth to your lung. My bang, couldn't pay me to slum. I'm torched with the pen, boy, this ain't what you want. All bars, we all stars and going far. My squad be on point like point guards. Straight shots don't get got, we brave hearts. Car shots, them blood clocks, they get got. Who you know they bring the heat whenever you want it. Dragging straight out the dungeon, I'ma keep it 100. We ain't slowing down for nothing, hope you know this ready. The lyrics is deadly, I hear my cousin Judy in heaven yelling out.
We're gonna raise the bar. This is a masterpiece. We all play. And this is my family.
The mother dude's abusive. She like deuces, then I feed her more beef than Roof Chris. 5-star presidential suite exclusive. She like, who are them faces on your gear, Medusa? Fist dog, pinky ring, smack, no apology. Get y'all in a lane where racks tend to follow we. Pitfalls only when cats don't acknowledge a G. Hit y'all from the back with this lyrical side of me. I stand as a pillar amongst men and mere mortals. Back to the future, drive-bys while traveling through portals. I can see the fear seeping through your pores. But I'm outdoors, making s'mores. In amidst the war. Baby does be cautious. Slugs through your Oshkosh bagoshes. Social media gang nominated for Oscars. We monsters. We co-crush and conquer. Question mark asylum, ain't nobody can stop us.
You fools is off the rocker if you think we ain't spot 'em. The pills, the coke, the weed. Yeah, you know that we got 'em. Haters for watch. And them suckers don't love us. That's why it's hammers all around us like we Mario brothers. You little perpetrating gangsters wouldn't bust a grape. From the same crew who told y'all to eat the cake. To the break of dawn and get it right where you yawning. Where you think you gonna be at 5 o'clock in the morning? Cantankerous, more hate for you to carry. From the same city, Cornell and Wayne Perry. 6-speed shifter, chalice in the sifter. Shots to the head, of course, it's brown liquor. Mediocrity, a lot of y'all dudes accept that. I'm cut from a different cloth and I could never respect that. Look how it be, all crazy shit. All up in my DM selling flat tummy teas while we...
Lyrical illustrations through bars and beat bangs. Your mind emancipated, ain't it funny now? You get what I'm saying, and I ain't dumb it down. Didn't order food for thought, but you still want it now. Take this Lord of mercy
your non's good with no chaser. Dope MC lyrically so gone you can't chase her. Bringing up the rear past the baton, I'm speed racer. Mile a minute on these bars, watch me change lanes now. Ain't strange now, how your high came down. Now you need lyricism just to maintain now. Come here, let me fortify you with this here potency. All of this will be coming from a large amount of dope MC. It makes me happy to see you smile from what these bars do. Sometimes I'm even surprised at what my bars do. I'm lying, I'm never surprised at what my bars do. That's why I only get on records with dope MCs like this small crew.
Nights like this, we might just have to raise the bar up. Make a wish up on the star, we going far up. DMV family tree is who we are. It's the key lyrical venom when we ha, lyrical venom when we lyrical venom when we.
Yeah. Just had to start that off a little differently. So let's officially say good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens and everybody in between, welcome to the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars. Right here with your man AJ Throwback. TT in the building. It's bittersweet today. Bittersweet, y'all. This is TT's last day. You know what I'm saying? But she got a surprise for us a little later. Looking forward to this. You know what I'm saying? And we got our first guest in the building.
Delante, Sealey.
Yes. Welcome, my brother. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, man. Feels good.
Absolutely. So we're gonna be talking to Delante in a few minutes. So he's our first special guest for the day, and also at 12 o'clock we have Young Gifted coming back. Third time on Bars. He was here September, then he was here with Bree London back in January. So that's Bars family right there. So appreciate everybody who's tuned in on Facebook Live. Nee, definitely want to make sure I shout out my sis from Let's Be Clear along with Becky. Had a great show last night. Great show. Definitely make sure y'all tune in to the fellas of Mike's Corner next week, 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. WinDCRadio.com, and the ladies are on every other Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com. So definitely shout out to my sis right there. Shout out to Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you tuning in. Let's see who else. Shamika McNeil, appreciate you tuning in. Miss Razzle Dazzle, definitely got to shout you out. Also, Daddy Razzle Dazzle, you know what I'm saying? Make sure we got that internet working today. That's a little inside joke, you know what I'm saying? Got have to explain that to y'all a little bit later, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Miss Razzle Dazzle. She'll actually be on next week, be calling in from South Carolina. So make sure y'all please tune in for that show. Along with Sideshow Marley, her artist that she promotes, same day. So that's gonna be a good show, y'all. So y'all definitely want to make sure y'all tune in for that. Shout out my main man Narcissus. I see you, brother. Appreciate you tuning in. Martina Arthur.
Yeah, that's my sis right
okay,
there.
all right. There we go. Got family in the building watching. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play some music, and then we're going to come back and we're going to get to know Mr. Delante Sealey. All right. And what y'all just heard, by the way, was Question Mark Asylum, the legendary Question Mark Asylum, featuring Kenilworth, Katrina, and Nonchalant with Bars. That's why we had to start it off that way, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And also produced by my main man, ADST Music. So shout out to ADST for that dope track right there. And we're going to go ahead and keep the music rolling for a little bit, and then we're going to come back and talk to Delante. This is Mental to God with No Escape on the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Hey, yo, done. Can I drop gems for a minute, B? Mental.
Hey yo, they watching us, just like the Fox News binoculars. The cops get the job on us, they lay in the metropolis, doing all they can to change this world in the eyes for us. It's so preposterous how they always try and plot on us, feel like a pogo stick, where they always try and hop on us. Seem like it's Africa, cause it's way too hot for us. Running from the cops every day becomes monotonous. 3 squad cars deep, they don't approach monogamous. All we the popular, they always gotta watch for us. Turn us into snakes, saying that they got a job for us. Supposed to be protected, but never wanna die for us. Changing up the facts and now these wanna lie on us. They wanna take offense when we fight and they can drop of us. They wanna take our lives and shoot us when they can shop of us. We don't cooperate, they load and lock in us, explode and blow shots at us, reload and throw shots at us. There was no escape from the watch for I and the Jake. 5-0 pig snakes, one time let it get chased. Make no mistake, right upon your shoulder there's a weight. Take heed to the words I create, there's no escape. There's no escape from the watch for I and the Jake. 5-0 pig snakes, one time let it get chased. Make no mistake, right upon your shoulder there's a weight. Take heed to the words I create, there's no escape. Throw us behind bars thinking that you got a lock on us. Kill or be killed is a motto we adopt, because inside the belly of the beast really there ain't no stopping us. Now we caged animals, dogging the very hearts of us. During the daytime, you're making threats that you won't bring home to us. Walk the night shift, your nightstick straight scarring us. Lights out, 9:30, block becomes dark to us. Visitation rights revoke, you trying to make it hard for us. Y'all guys talk, hoping that you can start with us. When we make a move, it's up, there's no regard for us. Rockets jumping off, man, you don't break it up, because you know if there's a war, you seals are lost to us. If you had your way, the coroner be putting chalk in us. It's written all over your face and how you talk to us. We don't cooperate, you're gonna swarm a flock in us. Get a lot of cops in us and get some more cops. Ain't there was no escape from the watch for I and the Jake. 5-0 pig snakes, one time let it get chased. Make no mistake, right upon your shoulder there's a weight. Take heed to the words I create, there's no escape. There's no escape from the watch for I and the Jake. 5-0 pig snakes, one time let it get chased. Make no mistake, right upon your shoulder there's a weight. Take heed to the words I create, there's no escape.
It's so hard out here on it, pocket full of rock, ducking from the guy. So hard at my 9 to 5, we'll be figuring find it hard to survive. So hard out here on it, pocket full of rock, ducking from the guy. So hard at my 9 to 5, where we again can't speak is my love.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
See you again. You can still see my hard eyes. How long has it been? It's just something about you that pulls me back in.
welcome back to the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. That was Shemaine with Do Your Worst. Shout out to Shemaine. Shemaine will actually be here on September 11th, so you definitely want to make sure y'all tune in for that show. She'll be here at 11:15 on that day. So shout out to Shemaine. Before that, starting off the set, we had Mental to God with No Escape. Want to make sure we shout out everybody that's tuned in. Shout out my main man Derek Jones, Card Logic. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune in tonight. He will be on 8 p.m. That's going to be on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope. So shout out to my main man Derek Jones. Shout out to everybody who has checked in so far. I think it's like one person watching on YouTube Live. You know what I'm saying? YouTube Live kind of quiet, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? If you watching, we appreciate you. Mama Latrice, say good morning.
Good morning, Mom.
Yes. Shout out to Mama Latrice. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it right now.
Whether they're artists, athletes, entrepreneurs, politicians, activists, or simply folks you need to know, we've got the line to the movers and shakers of DC, Maryland, Virginia, and beyond. This is 15 minutes of game on the Balancing Act Radio Show.
All right. So we have our special guest in the building.
Man, what it is, man.
Delante Sealey.
Yes, sir.
Unique Lens Productions.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Welcome to Bars, my brother.
Man, thank you for having me, man. It's great to be here, man. The energy, the vibe is terrific, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Here,
We try to make it a welcoming vibe. You know what I'm saying? We try to do our best. You know. TC, you got any questions you wanna start off with, or you good? See, she's usually the one that got the best opening questions. So
okay.
I got to make sure
All right.
He's gonna let it flow.
That's funny.
Multitasking,
That's how you gotta do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to start this interview off. As you noted in your bio, you had experience on The Wire.
Yeah, just a little bit, just extra role, and then like a lead extra where they get you on the camera. But I've also was auditioned because I started off acting before I was directing.
Okay.
So I also auditioned for the lead role, and when you audition, they call you back so often. So I'm from here, and they used to call me back for a week straight, and I had to come to New York every day. So Monday I would audition, and then come back here, and then they call me yo, Tuesday, we want you to audition again. So it was down to me and another actor, and I think that's the one you see on The Wire right now.
Okay.
It was down to me and another actor, and as we in the cast directors with 10 cast directors for HBO, the whole people's over there right now.
Yeah.
And they was yo, we love you. You got the energy, and they was the only thing is you don't got the look that we looking for. You got the nice smile and the boy next door look.
Yeah.
And I'm all right, you know what I'm saying? But they was you acted, you're good acting and stuff like that. And I was well, what you got for boy next door? You know what I'm saying? Black boy next door. It was it ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm man, if I have to sell guns, rob, that's the only way I can get on. And it felt like that at that time. Going through that because that was the only way that we were being able to be portrayed in certain things, The Wire and stuff like that, great shows, but the perception that we was given, it wasn't like that. So it kind of frustrated me, being man, it's not everybody doing that. We still doctors, lawyers, we do other things. You know what I'm saying? We fall in love. Yeah. There's no movies, no shows toward that at the time.
Right.
So that's what made me kind of be listening to Spike Lee was another person that I looked up to, Martin Show and all that. But you create your stuff yourself. Right. And he's always said, if you want to be seen in a different light, you're going to have to make the transition, and you're going to have to do that, and it starts with the writing. Yeah. And most people don't know that. People just see the actors, and they be oh, these actors. But they're just, they just follow the writing of it. Right. It's the writers that make the actors who they are, the minds and stuff like that. So I got to look behind the scenes of okay, how can I change stuff, not only for myself, but for the people that feel like I feel, what I'm saying? That want a good acting roles that's not about just guns and drugs and violence. Right. What outlet can I do? So I decided to be that outlet and write the stuff I write and make the movies I make. So that's one of the reasons, you know. So
yeah,
I'm trying to change it in that way.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate that perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a huge amount of the problem, like you said, is that we a lot of times, because Hollywood is not controlled by us, unfortunately. If you look at a lot of these major studios, we're not executives at all. Like, not one of us are executives at any of these major studios. I think they just got a woman, period, at one of them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because for a long time, it was just all white men.
All white men. Yeah, and it's crazy because, you know, you see some of the movies that you like, and you're like, yo, this is cool, but then you start to look at it, and you're like, dang, it's only these, you know, only these roles that are available. You know what I'm saying? And it's changed a little bit now because we, you know what I'm saying, we're able to, we have a couple more people in certain positions, the Issa Raes, the Ava DuVernay. They're in the positions to kind of change certain ways we look at it. Right. But it's still on a larger scale. It still needs to be more people, you know what I'm saying, on a larger scale. So, you know, hopefully I can be one of the ones to change that, and that's what I hope to do with my work and, you know, my craft. So
absolutely.
That's definitely a change, you know?
And definitely a welcome change. And I'm glad that you know, that experience really opened your mind and opened your eyes to the other side of the camera. Because a lot of times people, you know, they fall in love with being in front of the camera, but really, like you said, the business is made behind the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether you're the writer, whether you're the director, the producer, the executive producer, you know, like, and a lot of times even in the roles like as simple as, like, I don't know, a dolly grip or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, and that's where I graduated from film school, and I went to Full Sail University. Right. So I went to a film school, and believe me, it was probably 100 kids, and it was like 5 black kids. And I'm one of them. Wow. So, you know, and I remember the first day the teacher was like, you know, not trying to be any way, he wasn't trying to, you know, discourage anybody, but he was like, you know, look around here, network with who you network with, and they was like, the people that you see around here is basically people you're gonna see in the industry. So I'm looking around, it's 90 white kids. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Good, you know, some of my friends, some are still, you know, some are still my friends and everything like that. Right. But it just makes you kind of look like this is the industry I'm getting into, and it's only 5 of us. Yeah. And we know not gonna be famous directors in the industry. Right. You know, we all might go different ways. We all might find, you know, props or something else inside the industry. Yeah. So it's still like, it's still hard, you know what I'm saying? And this is for our film school that I went to. So, you know, to change that, it just starts, you know, one thing at a time. And I know that it really needs to be done. Yeah. You know, you get an inside look at it, you know. But
how was that experience with film school? Because I know for me, like, I didn't go to film school, but I did, like, study a few film classes when I was in college, and, like, those, honestly, they were like the most intriguing classes that I took the whole time that I was there. Right, you know what I'm saying? So, like, how was that experience for you, like, being a little bit more ingrained into it?
I enjoyed it. You know, I think there's always a gift and a curse in anything. You know, I tell everybody, you know, Full Sail was amazing because after you do something, they give you like a hands-on thing. So it was an accelerated program, so we used to have school like 24 hours. So that means we got school like 9 o'clock at night to 1 in the morning, 1 in the morning to 4, because they was trying to teach us how to light at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn how to light nighttime. You gotta learn how to light for like the morning time if you want to get the sun coming up. Certain things you want to look at, it just amazed me because I'm like, oh man, you know, we gotta be up. You gotta have everything set before the sun comes up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So you at 1 o'clock and you trying to pre-product, you trying to get people on set, and you like, yo, 4 o'clock, we trying to get the sunrise and make the scene look good because we want that like orange in it, that light, that tint, you know. So you spending like 4 hours to get like a scene that's 5 minutes just to have that right light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's certain things I learned, and I'm like thankful for it. But then you also on the other end, you know, the financial stuff with it, you know, the paying for it, you're like, man, it's kind of crazy, and I do know friends that haven't gone through the film school route and that still are successful. It's just you know, it's you when you graduate and you get to college, you mostly doing it for the network, for the people you know, because in this industry it's not what you know but who you know. Right. So you kind of pay for that too, but on the other end of not going, I think it's a hard knock. You learn a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's still trial and error, because when I came out of Full Sail, when I was in there, they give you the best camera, they give you the best equipment, they give you, you know, a whole 50, 40 people for a crew. Yeah. You like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. When I get out of Full Sail, I'm about to do everything. And then, you know, I get home back in DC and it's like, oh, it's just me again.
Right.
Like it really is. It's just me again. There ain't no, crews. I don't have the equipment that they had.
Yeah.
And then you start looking up, okay, how am I buy these equipment? And you're like, oh, I can't afford this equipment either. So
yeah.
Now I am in the school of hard knocks where now I have to start from what I didn't have and work my way back up.
Right.
So I start with the smaller equipment and this and that, and then also we have a show that we did at the time which was called Middle Life, which was amazing. We did 2 seasons of that show.
Yeah.
And that was like a training ground right there. We was back on the we was back running gun with the cameras. We was just sound was tricky, but we tried to make it work.
Yeah.
I used some of my friends, some of my close friends who are producers on my shows now and stuff that I'm doing, and they still were a part of it, and they were just actors just to help me, and they fell in love with it and stuff we're doing, and from then on we were able to move, and then we made better shows like Half Brothers, which won awards and which got recognition, and we just keep pushing it forward because everything we do we just want to get better.
Right.
So that's the whole goal of Unique Lenses. Every time we do something, we just want to get better and want to go into different, whether it's writing, whether it's actors, whether it's production. We just always look to get better, and that's what we hope to. Our movies and our shows incorporate that.
Yeah.
And that's where it is, man. We just always trying to get better at it.
Yeah. I'll remind myself because you said something that I want to make sure I circle back to regarding budget, because I know that was something that
Finance.
That's the big one right there.
Yeah. But I'm gonna definitely circle back around to that one, because I think that's an important thing. Not only just for filmmakers, but anybody that's independently doing anything. The importance of money. But what I wanted to talk to you about before we get there. So like you've done films, short films, music videos, and web series. Like in terms of like production, doing treatments, whatever it might be. Like what are some of the biggest differences for you doing each one of those things in terms of like how you prepare for?
Man, it's different. Some of the stuff I write, direct, produce, and edit. So, you wear hats for different ones, and sometimes, it's a conflict at times because as a producer, you want to stay within the budget that you got, even though it's not a lot. But then, and it's frustrating because you with the producer people, your producer crew, and you're like, all right, this is what we're doing, it's the budget. And then you got to put on that same directing hat. And sometimes it can be a conflict because as a director, I'm like, man, I want this, I want that. And I got to go like, all right, well, I'm like literally talking to myself like, all right, is this going to be feasible, financial if I do this?
Yeah.
And I spend money on this, that means, down the line I can't have this. So it's one of those things where that hat gets hard to wear because as a director, you want to just make the best possible thing that you can make with the best possible, money. And as a producer, you're like, man, look, we don't got that. so it's always a conflict with that right there and wearing that hat. But usually the rest of the hats, from the writer, the director aspect is a natural progression, natural flow because I wrote it. Yeah. And now I know what I'm trying to say, or I work with my actors and be like, okay, how does this feel? I'm a writer that really doesn't. What I tell my actors, you don't have to stick to the very key word I'm saying. Right. I'm open to doing improv, and I tell them, this is what we're trying to get from the scene, and let's figure out how to get there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the words will come. Sometimes we get on the set and we've been practicing, rehearsing. It's like, all right, it's cool, we got it, and we're on the set. It's like, man, I think if we did this, or we add this, and you get a whole nother scene, and it's like a whole nother vibe and a whole nother energy. Yeah. You find something out. So I love that part right there. But usually, it's all smooth. Just that producer and that director. Even with the talking to different actors, because sometimes actors got to be like, man, I want to talk to the director Delante, not the producer Delante. Right. But sometimes I even get confused where it's like, okay, I got to put on this hat as a director. I have to come from this spot because I'm talking to him as a producer, which is more money and financial thing. So it's kind of more harder because it can't lean. But as a director, I have to put on that hat, be like, okay, let's see what we can do, how we can facilitate, and what's the best options that we both feel comfortable with. Yeah. So it's always like trying to, navigate, put out the fires, navigate. So it's a lot of that on there. But when you have a good crew, they help you find ways to do that, and you have the actors that believe in you and trust you. They do it for your purpose and for the product that you put out. So, it's always good.
That's good. So this is something else that you alluded to. The Middle Life series. Now that one, you know, it's crazy. I looked on your website after the fact because it was like I started with YouTube, and so like I didn't see, like under Unique Lens, Half Brothers comes up. You know what I'm saying? I think the trailer for Elephant Eyes comes up too.
Yeah, that's on
but,
it too.
Yeah, but under that, Middle Life is like its separate YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even realize. I was like, dang, I wish I'd had time to like really like get into that. So like talk to people about like that particular series, because you said that was like the first.
Yeah, that was the first home, like that's the first series that like I've ever done. Yeah. And you know, we're gonna transition, but it's just that was like at a time where we were still trying to figure things out. Yeah. We were trying to like just put stuff out there, and we still get like a lot of love from that, and that was the beginning stages, man. That was like me, you know what I'm saying, first directing these episodes, first like editing these things, like, you know, continuously and consistently, and you know, definitely the mistakes are in there, you know what I'm saying? So you definitely can see mistakes that are made or just financial. It's not even mistakes, it's just financial things that we don't have. Like if you've been in the film industry or know it, you know sound is a rough thing to get a part of. So you know you might get wind noise in the background, but you love what you do and you keep shooting. And even in that showed me that people will look past the stuff that you don't have if you have good content or you have a good story. So even though there was little mistakes, people still was like, yo, I love it. You know, to this day, people like, you know, oh man, I looked at the middle, like, you know, they say they ain't see it, and they like, and then I stumbled upon it. Yeah. And man, I watched all them episodes. I'm like, you know, it's cool. Yeah. And I always try to, you know, do the Half Brothers, because that's like the newest thing we got in this, you know, it's the hottest one. But people still come up to me and talk about the middle life and you know, and how it affected them. And I still be like, man, you know, that right there, like, you know, you really enjoyed it. And it's just crazy to me sometimes how, you know, you got your new stuff and people still gravitate to what they like, and it's and you know, it's different people that still come up to me and tell me how they liked it. You know, are we gonna come back for another thing? But you know, I told that was a long time ago. You know, we try to move in different directions. But I'm happy that they like it, and I'm happy that it's still up there, that people can see it. Yeah. And they still get something from it. You know, because like I said, they still talk about it. But it was definitely a training ground. It was a training ground for being a producer, being a director. I even was acting in it. So
I was seeing I saw a couple of stills with your face. I was like, okay, he was in it.
I wanted to get back into the acting so bad, and you know, that was one of the ways of my outlet too of being able to train, and for me being, you know, as an actor, that was like a breath of fresh air that I can just do something that I love and write and direct, and it can be my own vision. I don't gotta be, I don't have to be with guns, and we don't gotta be with X, Y, and Z. And it was like, okay, definitely, and the path that we took was definitely at the time. You know, you in the middle life. We were all confused about where do we go next after college and trying to get to your life. So it really had effect on where I was at the time, and you know what I was thinking, and it was amazing. Like, we had fun, and that was just a great time and great moment in my life, and like I said, it was a training ground. But I'm thankful for it. You know, it definitely made me who I am today.
Yeah, and like even just hearing a glimpse of the concept of that particular series. I mean, that particular period that people go through trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I went through it. You know what I'm saying?
We all through our 20s. We just trying to figure it out and live the best. How we going? You know what I'm saying?
You gonna go through it?
Yeah, you gonna go through it. Y'all gonna go through that middle life. We just be frustrated. Like, man, I think we should. And I see myself here, but how do I get there? And I'm stuck at this job right here and trying to do this, and it's a lot. You know, life can throw curveballs at you, and that's what it was. It was just you in the middle of your middle life, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I enjoy the concept. I think that's why people gravitate to it as well.
Yeah, and I think it's important to like have good concepts like that people can relate to. Right, exactly. You know, and I think that's one of the reasons why I really love the Half Brothers series. You know what I'm saying? Because I think everybody knows a Reggie. Everybody knows it. Like, oh my God. I'm watching, I'm like, dude, are you gonna get your life together at any point, man?
right. Oh, and Half Brothers, they really like that. We went to LA for the lead actor won best actor in LA for that when we was at the web series. We've been nominated in Miami, Orlando, Chicago, and you know, we really put our hat on that Half Brothers, and we have a new movie coming out too, but that's out right now. It's on uniquelensproductions.com, and you can go buy it and rent it if you want to. There's 2 options, but we back in the lab for season 3 of Half Brothers. Okay. Like, we're back in the lab, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we already writing and we getting stuff together. So season 3 is on the way, and I know a lot of people always ask me, yo, when is that coming back? Yeah. So season 3 is coming back, and you know, we plan to do a lot more with it, and we you know, production wise and everything bigger and better. So we were happy about that.
Yeah,
we definitely are.
Cause I noticed when you did season 2 and then like episodes 5 and 6, those were slightly longer episodes, which I cause the other episodes were like 4 or 5 minutes, maybe like up to like 7 or 8 minutes, but then like I guess with the budget, you know what I'm saying, like you could produce longer episodes. So just talk about the experience of like doing Half Brothers in terms of the beginnings of it, because you had cast changes at some point.
Well, with Half Brothers, when we first did the season, it was we did it short episodes because I wanted to see if fans would connect with it, if they would like what we have. The idea was catching on, and we did 4 episodes and they loved it. It took off really good. And the difference from that, Middle Life production budget changed, so we was able to get a lot more people were able to see, and we were able to get a little more investors in this, and it was more of a clear direction. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. This is what I'm writing for, and this is what I want to be said and how these characters should be.
Right.
So I was a little more focused on as far as what I wanted to say, and during those first seasons, like you said, it was short, but we try to keep it short but sweet. And then as we moved on, we talked about as we moved on, okay, now I want to open this up, and I think people like it enough that we can tell more of a story. We can put more people around it, and we had some changes with the cast members. The lead person wasn't able to do it at the time, so we had to it was either wait or kind of go with something else, and we went with another actor, which is Chris Mason, which was like amazing choice, and we were happy. We happy everything that other actor did for the first season, but the second season, we definitely got somebody new. And it's still, we was nervous because we was like, when you change somebody, people not gonna like it. They might be like, oh, he was funny, but it was a smooth transition. People really did like just as much as they liked the first member, they liked this one too.
I would say so too. Like just from my experience, like watching it, because a lot of times, that change, people don't like that change a lot of times. But I felt like it was a smooth transition, largely because of how you flipped his narrative.
That's one thing we went back. We was like, okay, if he's gonna be in it, we're gonna have to put a different feel around it, and give him a different character point and this and that. But and it was great because once we went that route and we started testing it out, it really went good, and how he was training Reggie and this and that and stuff like that, and it was great. And one of the new things we did, like I said, we gave certain episodes for free, but we also was like, okay, if you like them, you can pay for these, and that's one thing, as we growing. And that's one thing I learned from a couple rappers that I like, Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller. These are like Currency. These are artists that I follow who personally did it on the independent route.
Right.
So I try to bring those musical people I look up to musically into the music to my movie aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because all of them were just like independent wise. They did it. They didn't have a label behind them at first, and they all moved and just we're gonna put out certain things for free, and then if the fan base really likes it, they have the option to pay for it. I try to make it to where people can either rent or buy it, but or if they like the series, they still can watch it for free. But if you really want to support and just give a little more, you can buy it. Certain 2 episodes, and like you said, those 2 episodes are longer, so it feels like they get more of it. And it's certain ways that we're just trying to incorporate giving something for free, so people feel like they get they can have it for free, and people also feel like if they want to, they can just pay a little money just to get another episode or so. So, we're just always looking to branch and just find out the right balance to connect from our fans and us, because, we are doing it for free. We did a lot of stuff for free. And it was out of my own pocket, and it's not bad, but at the same time, you do want to move on as director, and I do want to be able to give my fans and the people better movies, a better series, and that comes, it comes with money, and it comes with making more equipment and getting more equipment, getting the right team together. So, we have big things that we want to do in the future, which is CGI and a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
And, as you move on, it costs money. Filmmaking costs money. So,
yes, it's very expensive.
Yes, it gets very expensive. But, I still hope to give the outlet where people feel like I give them enough for free content. And then, and if they feel like they want to buy it, they can buy it. The same thing with Elephant Eyes. That's one that's our first movie that we're actually charging. So it's just like $1.99 to rent, and it's like $2.99 to buy.
Right.
So I try to keep it, friendly, like, saying, so that you don't feel like you hitting our heads, but at the same time, you feel like, okay, I feel like $2, $3, I support it. I gave, and it's cool, what I'm saying? So most people like that too.
Yeah.
And if you don't, we still got free stuff on the site that you can check out. So, we're always trying to build with the audience, man. So you don't feel like we just charging, you feel like you're getting something free if you like the series, and if you want to buy it, you can buy it.
Yeah.
So, I always try to make it an option.
Yeah, and it's funny. You answered 2 of my questions in one fell swoop. So I appreciate that, because like yeah, the thing was about the charge, and I thought that was important because it's like, yeah, you gave people 4 free episodes, and then the other 2 you gotta pay for. It's like if you riding along with the ride, you're willing to pay for it, especially if you appreciate the product.
Right,
you know
right.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because like all season, that's why I said all season 1 I wanted to be free. The parts of season 2 was like, man, let's make that free, and just like 2 episodes were just paid for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can choose which one you want. They're good episodes, and it's just giving that option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just giving the option to the fan that wants to take it a little further, that wants to, I believe in this unique lens, I believe in Delante, I believe in these actors, and I want to see more. I want to see the growth, and that's number one. And then my man right here supported, you know what I'm saying? So that's already put that in the books. He already supported. So that's what we need, man. We always need to support, because
that's right.
If we don't do it, it's gonna be hard for the other people to do it. And we gotta have our own support system, man.
Yeah. I believe in putting my money where my mouth is.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like if I believe in your product, you know what I'm saying? Like I believe in financially supporting, because that's something that we all have to do. Whether you're talking about film, whether you're talking about music, no matter what it is, especially Black businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like we definitely have to support one another.
We got to.
You know what I'm saying?
We got to, and it starts there, man.
Yeah.
It really does start there. And like I said, I'm trying to put out something where you know what I'm saying, you don't get the same thing that you might see on TV all the time, or the same thing you see in the movies. I'm trying to put us in a different light, and different stories and stuff like that. Even with the new movie Elephant Eyes we had, it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? It's a love story, and that's another lane that I like to talk about too. So
and I did want to ask you about that, because if people just see the trailer leaves a lot to be like, like open for interpretation in terms of what's going to happen. Like I know, like the captions say sometimes love can be the best thing, but for Samantha Jones, love meant something more than just words. For Garrett Mosley, love meant sacrifice. So like, talk to people about, especially because this is like the first paid movie. You know what I'm saying? Like about Elephant Eyes, what's the concept behind it?
Well, the concept behind Elephant Eyes is a guy, Garrett Mosley. He goes through a heartbreak through the person he loves, is Samantha Jones. And in this I don't want to say time period, but in the setting, it's not the future like Blade Runner or anything. Like, it's just like maybe 5 years in the future. But in this setting, they have a device or a pill you can take that will relinquish, make you forget your memories.
Okay.
So he basically goes into the doctor's office, and he is thinking about removing memories of a person that he once loved. So in that, he has to sit there and talk to the doctor about everything he experienced and this and that. So the whole thing is, will he make the decision to remove memories? And it's a procedure that they do to remove memories from a person or a place that you've been through a traumatic experience. So it all falls on, does he remove the memories of this person that he loved?
Wow.
Now, in removing memories, you also know whether you love somebody right or wrong, they build you. Whether you love somebody and it turns out bad, whether you love somebody and it turns out good, you grow from it. So you got to make a decision. Every lesson you learn in that loving somebody, are you willing to forget that? Because you learn stuff about yourself when you go through heartbreak. You learn stuff about yourself when it's somebody that you love and it's not who you thought it was, or it's not the person that you thought. So you learn a lot and you grow through your heartbreak. So it goes the question, if you do take the person that you care about away, what do you lose as a person?
Right.
Who do you become? So it just leaves you in that limbo. That's why it's a great movie, and you got to see how it ends and everything like that. But it starts right there. And I've always been I'm always a fan of comedy. With the my favorite shows is Martin.
Yes, indeed.
Martin. That's my man. Got all seasons. I'm a Modern Family, Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
Like, Entourage. I'm a big fan of those comedies when it comes to that all the time. But I also do like to talk about the drama and the love, because I think love is a big part of who we are as people. We all want to be loved. We all want somebody to love us, and we all want to fall in love. So I think that's a big part of the stories I like to tell too. Because heartbreak is a real thing, and I think once you go through a lot of relationships, you realize about yourself and about others. So I've been through a lot of relationships and heartbreak, I feel like you talk about it, in your movies and stuff like that. So it's a subject that I do like to talk about, and a subject that it's good. It's good for people to see. So
that's definitely like a very intriguing concept, because it kind of actually reminds me. It's funny because I'm a huge General Hospital fan.
Oh,
and
okay.
So like a lot of like a lot of what's been happening on General Hospital lately. In fact, one of the main characters, he just got a memory transfer. He sacrificed himself to keep his wife's son from them doing it to him.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. So he sacrificed himself, and now he thinks he's one of his friends. Like, it's crazy. His friend does not remember his life from 2012 previous. So everything that he knows is from 2012 to now. Wow. So now his friend, the guy who got the memory transfer, is living his old life.
Wow.
It's crazy. So as soon as you said, like, replacing memories and memory transfer and stuff like that, I was like, man, you got my attention right there.
That's because those concepts, man. Those are to me, those are amazing when you can mix like science fiction with different genres and stuff like that. And, you know, you're still on a budget, so it's how you tell the story. But you know, just to have stories like that, those are what we need.
Absolutely.
You know, because we don't see that all the time. We don't really get black sci-fis. We
I
don't
was,
really get black
exactly.
love. Black, you know, love sci-fis. You know, like I don't have the money to, you know, make it on some Quentin Tarantino, James Cameron level yet.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, I believe, you know, telling that story is something that still needs to be there. You know, we need that in our culture to show that, hey, we can make different movies. That's what I'm saying. Back to this, we can make different movies about love and about sci-fi. We can make comedies, but the whole thing is, it still can be in a form where we can take great entertainment and great content and don't have to be, you know, it's what we see all the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or how we're depicted most of the time in movies and stuff like that. Yeah. So once again, those are just some of the ways I try to bring something new to the table as far as, you know, the African American actors and production and stuff like that.
Yeah, I believe, like, at the end of the day, imagination trumps budget.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, there are a lot of people who have, you've seen plenty of big budget movies that are trash. Yeah. Because the writing's trash, the directing's trash. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not enough imagination put into it. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, it's very indicative of, you know, us as black people and what we're capable of. It's indicative of, or it's representative of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop come something from nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of times, like, even if you don't have the budget that you want for something, if you have the imagination for it, or if you have a vision for it, and you can work within what you have, it's like, hey, do what you do.
Yeah, because I mean, that's how we start out, man. We start out with nothing. Yeah. And we make something. That's how it always is, and I think that's, you know, our culture and our we take nothing and make it to something. You know what I'm saying? That's what we've been known. That's what we've been known to do. Like you say, through music, through everything. Yeah. You know, we get the small stuff, and we just, all right, from here we just gonna make it big. Yeah. And that's, you know, and that's what we have to do. And I'm just all for that.
Yeah. My brother just chimed in. He shout out my bro. He said there's a dope episode of Black Mirror like that where people have DVR like memories.
See, yeah. And I've heard, I haven't seen that one, but I know I've watched a little bit of Black Mirror, and they go deep too.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah. That's one I need to check out. People keep telling me about that.
Right, and it's a lot of good series out there. So, you know, it's definitely some good watching out there and stuff like that. I'm a big movie buff and movie fan, so same here. Man. So I'm definitely about that. You catch me in the movie theaters all the time. I'm always watching TV and stuff like that. Film's everything to me.
Yeah, that's what's up. So let everybody know where they can find all of the series. You know, from Middle Life series to Half Brothers, Elephant Eyes, and it's one other. I think it's one other film.
Yes, I got another film called Simply Love.
Simply Love, that's right.
Yes. That was our was one of our first, but it's on there as well. And you can check all that he said out on uniquelensproductions.com. Once again, it's uniquelensproductions.com. You go there, we have everything on there. You have the links to where you can buy our movies, the links where you can see everything, and that's where everything is. Also YouTube, but like you said, YouTube don't have the Middle Life. But if you go to uniquelensproductions.com, we have the Middle Life and everything like that. And yeah, we just excited, man. You can follow me on Delante S4 on Instagram. Unique Lens TV on Instagram, Unique Lens Productions on Facebook, and like I said, uniquelensproductions.com is where we have everything, man. And you can go check out the new movie that's out now, Elephant Eyes. It's out now. Go check it out, uniquelensproductions.com.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
well, I appreciate you coming on bars. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely want to come back again. Like I said, we doing that season 3.
Yeah.
Have brother, and if you have me back, I'll bring the whole cast with me, and we can make it the whole
Please do.
thing again.
Please do. Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And I'll be back then. 'Cause I love it. I love it here. The vibe is cool, man. And definitely we'll be back with the crew then, man. Because like I said, we film that now, so we'll definitely keep you posted. And when we come here, we're gonna drop it off first. That first episode, we'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
I'm gonna stamp that right now.
Okay.
Yeah. We gotta come here home first. So.
Yes. So definitely let me know when you plan on releasing season 3, and we'll coordinate everything.
Sounds like a plan, man. Sounds like a plan.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, please make sure y'all financially support this brother right here. I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Get 5 and 6 of Half Brothers, and get Elephant Eyes. I'm definitely gonna get Elephant Eyes.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that.
You're gonna enjoy that, boy. You're not gonna be let
You
down.
caught me with the concept.
Yeah, hey, man, hey, listen, drop a comment, let me know how you like it, and I'm definitely put it up and show everybody, man. Because please, we need that. We need that communication and just the voices. Like I say, I'm always here to just listen to everybody's comment, man. I love hearing comments. I know every movie ain't gonna please everybody in the world. That's imperfect. But if you take something away from it, even the negative comments, sometimes people be like, I didn't like this, but I took this away from it. And sometimes you get them great comments where I've in my inbox on certain things with people, females or people be like, man, this really touched me and it really meant something.
Mm-hmm.
So those mean a lot to me, especially when it's people that tell me, this is what I took from it. This is how I felt, man. I've been through heartbreak and man, it helped me.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm able to do that, then that's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely,
it's a blessing.
Absolutely. So appreciate you coming through once again. We gonna get you
back
back on.
Yeah. Oh yes. That's a guarantee. I'm gonna be back here, man. That's guaranteed.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some music for a little bit. Our second guest should be arriving shortly. So we're gonna go ahead and kick off this set with 65 Wall with Radio right here on the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Made it through the week, let's have a good time. Took care of B.I., now let's unwind. Drinks on me, here's a cup. Mix the brown with the white, we turned up. 30 deep, we posted out on the blocks. Pass the hand around, homie, take a shot. Put that back in the air. Inhale, exhale like you don't care. Feel the rhythm when the beat kick. Flow so smooth, it get you seasick. That more round was oxy. My verse is hard, I got the right to be cocky. Get it later, hands in the air. Wave them all around like you just don't care. Turn it up on your stereo. Wall spitting game on the radio. Hey, up in the way we go. That's my song on the radio. Bring it back, let the people know. That's my song on the radio. Pop that, twerk that, drop that. That's my song on the radio. Do that, smoke that, drink that. That's my song on the radio. Hey, on the radio. That's my song on the radio. On the radio. That's my song on the radio. On the radio. That's my song on the radio. On the radio. That's my song on the radio. Hey, that P, we got one, let's have fun. The party went crazy soon as the record spun. Two-step into the beat now. Feel good, baby, now watch the breakdown. We here to have a good time. It's not what you used to, but it's a vibe. We left the stress at home. Turn it up, baby, let's get in the zone. Shorty wop when the bottle pop. She was already sweating when the beat dropped. Oh yeah, it's a party. Smile at me and it's a body. Hands in the air, wave them all around like you just don't care. Turn it up on your stereo. Wall spitting game on the radio. Hey, up in the way we go. That's my song on the radio. Bring it back, let the people know. That's my song on the radio. Pop that, twerk that, drop that. That's my song on the radio. Do that, smoke that, drink that. That's my song on the radio. Hey, on the radio. That's my song on the radio. On the radio. That's my song on the radio. On the my song on the radio.
That's how we feel about this track right here. This is the Fish Grease Pick of the Week, only on Bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Ever since you came into my life, I never knew that I would feel so alive with you. My best friend, my lover, you always hold me down. The same one that I didn't think would come around. You are so beautiful. I asked for a blessing, and he sent me an angel. Special from all angles. I hold my eyes speak 1,000 words, 'cause I'm speechless when I see you. 'Cause your love pulls me down. I don't wanna just be around, wanna stick around. My best friend, my lover, you always hold me down. The same one that you didn't think would come around. Yeah. Have no fear, 'cause I'm right here. Cry on me, I wanna see your tears. You don't have to be scared of me. I just wanna give you everything, even a wedding ring. You're so precious to me. Clouds may fall, storms may start, wars may begin, no storm can keep you away. Still be right here. Yeah. I have to believe it. Yeah. I have to receive it. 'Cause you hold me down. 'Cause your love holds me down. I don't wanna just be around, wanna stick around. Best friend, my lover, and I hold you down. The same one that I didn't think would come around. 'Cause your love holds me down. Ooh, yeah, 'cause your love holds me down. Oh, yeah.
More topics, more segments, more music means more bars after this.
WinDC Radio brings to you the app. Yes, the app is now available on your Google Play and your App Store, on your iPhone or your Android, any of your pads that you might be using. Be it if it's an iPad, iPad mini, or if you have a Samsung Note, doesn't matter what you have, any mobile device, you can get the app so you can listen where you're at to WinDC Radio.
I don't really need a D, I need the Roll a bag, need a sub. KC.
Hey, this is is China Pink from the 2018 award-winning Best Radio Talk Show of the Year. Make sure you tune into the Ladies of the China Pink Talk Show each and every Sunday on WinDC Radio from 5 to 7. Make sure you check us out on Facebook Live and YouTube Live to hear our amazing show. We are also available for hosting events or parties. Please contact the China Pink Show at AOL.com for booking information. I'll catch you next Sunday at 5.
Washington. And I'm Andrea Riley. And we are your hosts for Girls Gabbing Radio Show. Tune in to Girls Gabbing Radio Show every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. on WinDC, powered by Go Win Media.
Girls Gabbing wants to provide a platform for dreams, visions, and stories to thrive and grow.
What's the gab? Tune in on Sundays to find out.
Foreplay the Orgasm Show. I am your host, Hot Toddy, along with the Turn Up team, Miss Lolly and Showtime. Foreplay the Orgasm Show is each and every Tuesday night from 8 to 10, bringing you the sexy slow jams with very adult interactive conversation, only on WinDC Radio.
Man, look, y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Gerard Street Garvey, and my DJ, Kid Cannon. And when we together, you know what it is. Grind Season Radio, each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on WinDC Radio. Don't forget it. Yeah.
We hope you didn't go too far. It's time for the second hour of the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. Welcome to hour number 2. Bars. Before we went to break, we had our Fish Grease Pick of the Week, People's Choice Edition. Shout out my man Amani Philly with Hold Me Down. He was the winner of that, so shout out to my main man. And starting off that set once again with 65 Wall with Radio. Shout out to everybody who is tuned in on Facebook Live once again. I see the Mrs. Appreciate you, baby, for watching. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the compliment as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. I seen my main man Beezy was tuned in a little earlier. He probably still tuned in now. Let's see who else was on. Gloria Porter. Appreciate you for tuning in, Miss Porter. You know what I'm saying? And everybody who's tuned in. And we have our second special guest in the building. This man is not new to bars whatsoever. You know, this is my fourth time. You know?
I think, that's the fourth.
Yeah, because once on Breakout Kings and then 3 times on bars. You know,
it's 3.
Yep, 3. Because you went back in September, then you came with Bree. And then
that don't count. I wasn't supposed to be interviewed that day. I don't know how I got into that.
So you got pulled into that one.
Yeah, in fact, I was trying to sleep.
You was asleep. But Young Gift is back in the building.
What's up with y'all?
Hey man, appreciate you coming back, brother.
No problem. I'm always come back.
Yeah, been a lot to happen since last time we seen each other.
Yeah, definitely did.
Yeah,
been a lot going on.
I'm trying to think. Did F Love come out after that interview? Because I know
it came out. It came out right after.
Yeah,
it did. It dropped right after that.
Yeah. I think we kind of sort of talked about it, but I didn't get to. Just because I heard it after the interview, I didn't really get to, like tell you on air, like, man, great project right there.
Appreciate it.
Great project. If y'all haven't heard that joint yet, man, treat yourselves, man. You know, great production, great bars. You know what I'm saying? Spitting that real. You know. Yeah. So how was the reception for that?
Well, I got a lot of love for that. Actually, I made some good money off that too. off of just iTunes alone.
Yeah.
And for my single Porch featuring Bree London.
Yes, sir.
That joint was doing numbers. Actually, that song is about to be featured in a movie, a web series on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Somebody asked me for that song. Can they put it on there? So of course I'm try to get that song everywhere I can.
Yeah.
So that right there is gonna be on there.
That's Porch, right?
Yeah, Porch.
Yeah.
That video out on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
The since then, yeah, it's been a lot going on lately. We've been doing way more shows.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Just shot a video Saturday with Jay Zah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be out soon.
Okay.
Now I'm working on this Uptown album.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, that's you know that's what I wanted to definitely talk
Yeah,
about. But
it's definitely on the way.
Yeah, to kind of lead into that, of course, like we've been having, we've seen in DC everything that's been going on with, Don't Mute DC, Don't Mute Go, like all of these different things. And, of course, Rare Essence, they got a song out with Light Show, Nucci, I think Tone P, Don't Mute DC, and then Priest of Nomad, who was here last week, his song has been popping, Can't Lose the Soul. So there are a lot of songs out here that are really, promoting, keeping DC chocolate, keeping DC as we know it. So how do you feel like you fit into that equation? Especially because, like, one of the incidents happened right uptown.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So that's like hit home definitely, because with that, where it happened at, like, we used to go over to Central Pager back when it was Central Pager.
Yeah.
For the longest. My sister used to work in there, so they always blasted go-go music, and it's never been a problem until now. And that's crazy how now they want to get us out when nobody said nothing 5 years ago, and 10 years ago when they was doing it, selling CDs out there, go-go music can be played everywhere with no problem.
Yeah.
Now they want to finesse certain area because they knocking down everything, and more people moving in. They don't like loud music. We was here before y'all. You can't tell us to move. So actually, when that happened, I was like, and I gotta do a song. I know what I'm saying. I gotta do something for my city to let them know we still rocking. It's still DC. You can't change that.
Yeah.
You can't not go. You probably can shut us down from performing in certain places, but as long as we can take over the streets, we gonna take over the streets.
Right.
You can't you can't move us.
Right. Too strong. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I think, because I was curious, like when you first came up with the concept of Uptown, like, we talked about it, and like you were putting the fillers out there for like a lot of go-go inspired beats or influenced beats, you know what I'm saying, and like including that in what you were doing. Like was that at the forefront of your mind, like in terms of kind of like, how am I trying to put this, pretty much being involved without being like obviously involved in the Don't Mute DC, Don't Mute Go movement?
Yeah, see, what happened was, the crazy part is I wanted to do Uptown before the Don't Mute DC happened.
And that's what I thought. Yeah. So
it's like it just came all together like perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to do a go-go beat, so it wasn't for Don't Mute DC. It was basically for the culture, for the city. So I was like, if I'm gonna do an Uptown album Uptown, I gotta mix it with go-go. I gotta do something DC. So it wasn't until that happened I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
It's gonna fit right in. So I'm right on time.
Yeah.
So I just incorporated it with it, and I got it's a lot going on from the killings, and I'm just putting everything together. So when this album come out, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely gonna be well timed. I'm sure it's gonna be very necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, just from the couple of songs that you shared with me from the album so far, like it's definitely y'all about to be in for a treat, y'all.
Yeah, you get all the leaks. I don't hold nothing back.
So let's talk about one of the songs. So Go-Go, you know what I'm saying? Like definitely a nod TCB, right?
That was yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I had to do something for, because everybody always talk about Backyard, and it's always like Red Essence and Backyard and, you know what I'm saying, a Junkyard Band. I'm like, man, y'all forgot TCB used to crank, and Polo, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace Polo. So I'm like, his name lives on too.
It does.
He's not just anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I gotta do something. And it happened was, I was just in the car one day riding around, and that song just happened to come on the radio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm about to put this sample in the song.
Yeah.
And I was reminiscing. I was just thinking, like, remember we used to have house parties, and before we can get in go-go's, we used to go to parties on Uptown on U Street and just blast music, and the walls sweating, and everybody dancing. We just, no drama. We ain't had to worry about who can get in. It was all ages. So I'm like, man, I'm about to bring it back to something different.
Yeah.
And that sample was just perfect.
Yeah. So what's I thought that was dope because it's like, you know, it's funny when I was, you know, in high school and, you know, college or whatever, like I used to hang out uptown all the time. So like it was backyard at that time, you know what I'm saying? Because you're talking like the mid 90s, you know, mid to late 90s. So it's all about backyard uptown. That's all they knew. You know what I'm saying? So like it was the same thing. All sweating, you know what I'm saying? Girls twerking, all that, you know. And it really, those house parties a lot of times, now granted, I've been to some really good go-go's. I can't necessarily say the house parties I went to were better than the go-go's, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I felt like the girls got, you know, they kind of went off a little bit more in the go-go's than they did the house parties. And the dudes would be like way too cool in the house parties, but then you get in the go-go, like do something like the Battle of the Bands, everybody getting loose at the Battle of the Bands.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
My generation, we couldn't go to the go-go's. Only go-go that allow us in at like 15 was the DC Tunnel, right there by Stadium, and that's when
that's taking it back. Shit,
yeah, see, that's the tunnel. So that was like our only go-go, and a lot of times parents won't let you go.
Yeah, that's true.
You had to sneak to the jump. So every Friday after school, it was always somebody was like, man, don't throw a house party.
Yeah.
So for us, it was better than the go-go's because we now it's not, but before I can get in, that's all I had. So that's all I knew, and the girls we knew was wow. So, it was nothing. There was a lot of stuff went down at them at them house parties.
Yeah. What's one of the wildest parties you ever been to? Like
the wildest one I threw my own.
Okay.
Actually, it was in my apartment building, the complex. It just had a basement, a little multi-purpose room.
Yeah.
And the security he already knew we was planning something. He was like, man, y'all better not throw nothing in this. We gonna put you out. I'm like, y'all gonna put us out?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, you can't have nothing out here. So he was like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. So he got off. And we knew he got off the booth because we had like a security booth in the apartment building.
Yeah.
So when we knew his shift was over, man, we flooded the basement.
Yeah.
That's when we had them old speakers. You still had Bluetooth speakers went out, and you still had to plug up.
Right.
So we had to run a wire.
Oh man.
Yeah, we had to run a wire down from the laundromat to the lobby. To the multi-purpose room.
Yeah.
And the whole neighborhood was down there, and it got crazy.
Yeah.
Talking about we messed that whole bottom up. That's one of the highlights.
Yeah, that's a house party right there.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciated that, you know, and I think a lot of people. That's the thing about your music, though. Like, you have a lot of relatable music, especially for people who grew up in this area. You know what I'm saying? Whether you uptown, whether you south side, and that's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. Like, I know you have a lot of friends like in all over the DMV. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people you fool with. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you, what was the special thing about growing up uptown, or what makes uptown different from what you've seen going to other spots in the city and around the DMV?
I mean, as far as uptown, like, I'm saying, I was born and raised, we had our own like swag. We was just different. We was always. They always say uptown dudes bougie, and they were always worried about how they dress. Southeast. I'm saying, they just don't want a white tee, black tee. They good. Uptown dudes, they gotta go down Georgetown and shop and polo, and that's when we used to wear polos heavy.
Yeah.
So it was always collars for us. So they're like, man, y'all stuck up. We like, how we stuck up? Because we don't want to dress like y'all. Everybody dress like. I'm saying, back then uptown, we used to have our own lingo, how we talk.
Yeah.
And then it just caught on with everybody. Now, it's like, for me, uptown is. I mean, I got love for every part of the city. I've been everywhere. I chill and hang with everybody, but for me, uptown is just like different to me. I really don't know how. It's like we just carry ourselves different from everybody else.
Yeah. What's funny about you saying what you just said about like how a lot of the dudes, like they go to Georgetown or whatever. It's like all my uptown friends I know are like that. Like they are definitely a little bit more into like their appearance and their swagger than like my friends from the south side, because I grew up on the south side. So it's like, a lot of us, we ain't really care about that. But the uptown dudes, I think that's where I kind of pulled a little bit more of my swagger from, because my dad, he grew up uptown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My dad lived right on Sheridan Street. You know what I'm saying? My mom grew up Brandywine Street, Southeast.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I got both. You know, so it's like I think even though I grew up predominantly on the South Side, I've always had respect for uptown because my dad is from there, and it's definitely like a different type of vibe. And it is hard to explain, you know, but it's just you just know it's different. And yeah, so another one of the songs that you sent, Corner Store.
Oh yeah, man, that's a real song. Like,
yeah, that is man. Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, that goes beyond DC. That's anybody who grew up in the inner city, period.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know about the corner store. I mean, some people call it bodega. You know what I'm saying?
Mom and pop store.
Mom and pop store, you know. But, like, everybody know a mama sign.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was a very... It kind of reminded me in terms of, like, how visual and relatable it was. It kind of reminded me of Views from the Metro, from Gifted.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like... And I think that's one of the reasons why that one jumped out to me so much. And it was some bars that you dropped, like in the very beginning of the song, where you said, Mama son happy every day when I walk in. Man, she love the kids, couldn't understand her talking. Everything $1, man, I felt like I was balling. One day she got robbed, ever since she stopped talking. Like, man.
Yeah,
That was
it was facts, though. It's all
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Because you know how, in our area, I'm from 7th and O Street, right there by the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
And we always had this little, it was like $1 store, but everything wasn't $1.
Yeah.
But to us, because she knew the kids and she always like showed love, if we come with $1, we can get at least like 3 things out the store.
Right.
So she always showed love then, and she knew my name, like my hood name. She called me D like everybody else.
Yeah.
So we call her Ma, or we call her Kim, and she just smile and open the door for us. We always see her out front sweeping.
Yeah.
Like she worked for herself. So when the day she got robbed, it's like you knew something wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it wasn't no more highs and no more. No, it was straight. You got to pay this and get out. Nobody more than 2 people can come in here. We were like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And I found out what happened. I was like, man, like my own people.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. Like people I'm looking, and I'm seeing it happen, but I don't know who it is until like 2 days later. I'm like, I really robbed this lady. Like we live right here.
Right.
Walking just a block away from the building. How you gonna rob her out of all people?
Yeah.
I was like, that was crazy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of social commentary that you can pull from just those 4 bars right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole song got layers to it, but like just that explanation, it's like you said, it's on one hand, it's like our people, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's bad enough that we have the negative stereotypes that we have on us. And I'm sure that's probably what was kind of going through her mind when she decided to kind of change how she did things. Because it's like, you know, she don't want to, a lot of times if something bad happens to somebody, they're going to associate everybody who who resembles the people that robbed her, going to lump them all into one basket, you know, unfortunately, you know. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we got this person in our community who's actually being nice to us, you know what I'm saying, who's showing us love, and this is how y'all treat her, you know. It's really no different. I mean, granted, she's from another race, ethnicity, but even still, it's like it's in the community. It's like you don't do stuff like that if you want things to stay sweet, you know. So
we do it to ourselves and then blame everybody else.
Right, yeah. So it's a powerful song, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing about you, like you talk from a very real vantage point. You know what I'm saying? Very real, like I said, visual. Like some people have to say certain things in like a super duper fancy way in order to get their point across. You is like straightforward, you know what I'm saying? But still like great storytelling. You can see everything as it's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like it kind of reminds me of Scarface. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm like a huge Scarface fan. Because Scarface, he's not with the like all the fluff or whatever, like a lyrics. It's like tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? And you remind me. I know like Jay-Z is like a huge influence on, you know what I'm saying, like on you.
Yeah.
But it's almost like Jay-Z meets Scarface, and they my 1 and 2. So like for you to be able to like kind of touched both of those types of storytelling styles. Says a lot about you as an artist.
Yeah, I try to stand out because everybody else, everything the same. I want to tell stories and I want to put visuals to the stories I'm telling. So when I shoot the video, I don't have to rap. Like I can just put the whole video out of everything that's going on without me saying a word.
Right. Or vice versa. You don't even have to put a video out for it because the rap say it all. You know what I'm saying? That to me, that's the best kind of hip hop right there. And honestly, that is a lot of what's honestly missing in today's hip hop. Like in terms of, not to say that there aren't storytellers, because I mean you got your storytellers, you got your Kendricks, you got your J. Cole's. You know what I'm saying? Like you got different people. Even what's my man, YBN Cordae. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's really good at storytelling as well. Like there are storytellers still out there, but in terms of who's pushed and who's promoted, it's not the norm. And like to hear you do what you do is very refreshing. You know what I'm saying? So
appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about this cookout. You got coming up this Saturday.
It's gonna be crazy. It's as always, cookout is stressful, but the turnout always, the results always make up for it.
Yeah.
So this year we having a rest in peace to Bob, was with OTG. He passed away, so we doing it for him. It's called the Big 250 DMV Takeover Cookout for the whole community. We don't care which side of town you from. Everybody gonna come together. We giving out free school supplies, book bags, water balloon fights. We giving out haircuts for the kids. Also doing three girls to come down there. We got a tent that is paid for to actually get their hair done for school.
Oh wow.
So
that's dope.
So yeah, we it's gonna be crazy. We got a lot going on. I'm still, as soon as I leave here, I gotta go shopping some more.
Yeah.
Go to Five Below, get some games, water balloon fights, water guns. We're gonna have everything.
Yeah. Your job is never done.
Never done.
Always on the grind. Yeah. And I think it's really important because there have been a lot of events this summer that I feel like are important to like unite the community. Because I mean, like you alluded to earlier, like there's been a lot of violence that's gone on this year. Like I feel like this is probably one of the worst summers we've had in terms of violence in a long time. Because DC had been, a lot of people don't realize, DC had been quiet by comparison. Like if you look at like 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, like that 5-year stretch of summers was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
In terms of people getting murdered. And I mean, it wasn't as bad as back then, but it was still bad. Especially considering that the demographic of the city is changing. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really important to have events like this that really unite the community, that really show people like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all we got. we're us, especially us as black folk, we're dying breed in this city. You know what I'm saying? So we have to celebrate together. We have to, celebrate each other and just have fun. Enough of the nonsense, enough of the drama.
It's getting crazy out here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. So, but then right after that, you got a performance, right?
Right, literally on the pack up. We gotta change in the car and go straight down A Street.
That's crazy.
Right to what's the 12 Lounge and perform. So I'm gonna perform that Go-Go song down there.
Yeah.
So everybody from the cookout basically going straight to the show. We're gonna at least be about 10 cars deep.
Sheesh.
So it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man, just busy.
And then Sunday, I'm at a private event with Light Show down Nando's.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
So yeah, I don't sleep.
Clearly.
Don't sleep.
Like what is that? Oh man. Well, yeah, just let everybody know. When can we expect to see Uptown see the light of day?
Oh man.
Oh, is that?
Nah, it's actually done almost.
Okay.
It's about 80% done.
Okay.
I'm just now waiting on the artwork. Gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I've been putting out fake artwork to have people thinking it's gonna be the real artwork.
Right.
Artwork gonna
just
be crazy.
People.
Yeah. See, the artwork I've been putting out is me doing it myself. I do a lot of stuff myself.
It's good stuff, bro.
Yeah. As far as artwork or far as like doing any kind of graphic work, any kind of like I edit my own songs. I just played around with. I'm like, man, I'm tired of waiting for my engineer to be playing. So I don't know what app I found, but I'm like, I'm about to do this.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, actually it's gonna come out before the summer over.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna come out before the summer over.
All right.
I'm thinking about dropping it next month actually.
Okay.
And I got a video shoot next month for a song called Sauce. I'm gonna send that.
Please do.
I'm gonna send that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still working. We working. Uptown almost done. There's really no features on it for real.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I got like at the max I got 2.
Wow. Okay.
2 features. I want to do this one all really solo for real.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get.
I
thought I was tripping.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of commotion going on in here at the shops at Iverson down in the mall part. I don't know what's going on.
It's going down. But yeah, the tape is almost done. I can't wait to drop it. I can't wait for the world to hear it.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be something crazy.
Say they fighting? Oh my gosh!
Welcome to the city.
Right. Man, welcome to Iverson Mall, y'all. Great.
This is the only mall that security do not do nothing.
No, right, nothing at all.
Yeah.
They right there chilling right now.
They taking side bets.
But yeah, I'm basically done. I can't wait to let the world hear what I got.
Yeah.
I really said it. I said a lot. I really talk.
Yeah.
I talk on this one. No trap music. I got probably like 2. But far as like all that mumble rap, nah, I have none.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
mumble rap.
Yeah.
This is all classics. You're gonna be able to listen to start to finish, from the intro to the outro. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, from what I've heard, I know it's about to be solid out.
You just heard the stuff. You just heard
a little bit, a little something.
That was just a sample.
Yeah.
It's gonna get more crazy.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. So let everybody know where they can find your current music, and where they can connect with you on social media.
My current music, F Love, Gifted, you can find basically on all streaming platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Google Play, Deezer, stuff I don't even use. YouTube.
I don't use Deezer either.
Yeah, I never used it, but it's on there. YouTube. You can find my videos on YouTube under Young Gifted 202. You can find the new clothing on my IG page, Young Gifted _202. Facebook, Young Gifted. What else? The website coming soon, PGMG Music Group. The whole team, you can find us at PGMG Music Group on SoundCloud, PGMG Empire on Instagram, OTG _202 on Instagram. I'm with a lot of teams. I run everything.
Repping a lot of folks. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on again. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, you the first person to come on. Well, at least be in the building 3 times. You know what I'm saying? I know we ain't counting.
I'm gonna break a record. I'm gonna keep every tape. I'm gonna keep coming back there. I'm gonna be the first to be here until it's over.
Hey, come on through, bro. You know, open invite, man.
Until when DC is done, you're gonna see me in one of these chairs.
Yes, indeed. So appreciate you coming through once again, and I'm gonna let you introduce Go-Go to the people.
Oh man! All right, this new song right here is a sample of this Uptown album called Go-Go on Mute DC. Forgive me for the ghetto edit. had to clear myself. But the unedited version cranks.
Yes, indeed. On the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Did I send the unedited version?
Hey, y'all remember when this song used to come on?
Somebody
Go house parties.
I heard like
talking wall slamming, girls twerking, everybody just having a good time. House parties is better than a go-go. This one for Polo. Yeah. Boone on the boards. records all my shit. You came, you go. It's a party tonight. It's a party tonight. Ladies grab a wall and light. It's a party tonight. I say, do you got a man? She say, oh no. Shawty don't even drink, but she smoke though. She say, play some TCP, this for polo. Then she drop it low. Okay. We gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Tonight we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. I say we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Tonight we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Tonight we gon' see if she can hang. She got her bitches on the way, so I called up the gang. She got that's like a stripper, guess she getting paid. With just my t-shirt on, like the record say. Okay, bend it over, drop it low. Shake it fast and do it slow. Tonight it's a party, turn the house into a go-go. Neighbors trying to mute us, but we tell her, you know, if you want some tree, my nigga got it for the low. It's a party, it's a hell of a night. Ladies pick a wall and grab a you like. Bounce it to the left and shake that right. And if you ain't sweating, you ain't doing it right. I say, do you got a man? She say, oh no. Shawty don't even drink, but she smoke though. She say, play some TCP, this for polo. Then she bent that ass over, drop it low. Okay. We gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Tonight we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. I say we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Tonight we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Shawty over there, man, she jive freak. She wanna hear the go-go version of some jive crease. I told her and she say, child, please. Then she bust that like the 90s. Shawty wanna party hard, t-shirt on without a bra. All I see is nipples, no bees on her like this Mardi Gras. Smoke clouds in the air, the whole house gon' get hot tomorrow. Best worker tonight, just might win her. It's a party, it's a hell of a night. Ladies pick a wall and grab it to the left and shake that ass right. And if you ain't sweating, you ain't doing it right. I say, do you got a man? She say, oh no. Shawty don't even drink, but she smoke though. She say, play some TCP, this for polo. Then she bent that ass low. Okay. We gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Tonight we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. I say we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go. Tonight we gon' get it crankin' like the go-go.
You hear this spot right here? This could be your spot where you pull your new customer. If you're a nascent or established business or entrepreneur and you believe you have the right product for our audience, then advertise with Bars. For more details on our rates, packages, and deals, that's Balancing Act Radio Show at gmail.com.
Snacks out that corner store. My so packed in that corner store. Her crackhead got smacked by that corner store. Lil JoJo got whacked in front that corner store. I used to steal out that corner store. Some nights I ate a meal out that corner store. Police used to kill by that corner store. Get real by that corner store. Mama saw happy every day when I walk in. Man, she love the kids, couldn't understand her talking. Everything $1, man, I felt like I was ballin'. One day she got robbed, ever since she stopped talking. Wintertime, it was cold as December time, I never forget about it. It was like the realest time. I think I was probably 8, then again it was 9.
heard one shot. That corner store. Next day I found out it was Lil Trey and Mo. Look at Kim's face inside that corner store. We done bought snacks out that corner store. My so packed in that corner store. Her crackhead got smacked by that corner store. Lil JoJo got whacked in front that corner store. I used to steal out that corner store. Some nights I ate a meal out that corner store. Police used to kill by that corner store. Used to get real by that corner store. Now years later, I still walk right past that corner store. Owners ain't the same, but these memories won't fade at all. After playing ball, we grabbed the juice about that corner store. We ain't have enough, Miss Kim would still let us go and all. She was cool as shot her, she protect the store. She ain't care if you shot her, told her get security. She ain't trying higher, fire in her eyes, plus her heart was like a lion. We did it all by that corner store. Roll dice and all by that corner store. Jump outs, blitz, we hard to that corner store. The best snacks was all in that corner store. We done bought snacks out that corner store. So packed in that corner store. Her crackhead got smacked by that corner store. Lil JoJo got whacked in front that corner store. I used to steal out that corner store. Some nights I ate a meal out that corner store. Police used to kill by that corner store. By that corner store.
Want to get down with the Bars Revolution? We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bars On Air.
It's a letter to the government. Fuck what you represent.
Dear Mr. Officer, I just wanna have a word, sir. Can I talk to you? You killed my daddy last week by the corner store. Tried to say he had a gun, it was just his phone. Why you shoot him? What he did wrong? And how you ain't get a charge, system dead wrong. This is not a place of line, I can't move on. Just so you know, my mama just had a newborn. That not around to see his youngest son grow. How my mama gonna buy us both shoes and clothes? You don't care, Mr. White Man, yeah I know. But how can you sleep knowing you took a life though? Since he black, this how life go. And when I turn 16, I guess I might go. Why you try and suck my life away? Lipo, we scream.
Dear Mr. Officer, can you talk to my mama? She wanna talk to you. 1 million black people waiting for your race to say. See how your son feel when we kill his dad.
They want us out the hood now, this ain't even fair. You fixing up everywhere, so you gon' place us where? Take away our food stamps and our health care. Poisoning what we eat, taking welfare. I know the government don't give a f. Obama's still my president. Donald Trump, make America great again. Yeah, you suck. Controlling now.
It's a letter to the government. You and everything that you represent. Y'all don't care about black people, you fucks. Obama's still my president.
Obama's still my president. Fuck.
Obama's still my president.
Before you kill me, I just wanna finish school first. I know you patiently waiting to let your tube burst. I'm only 13, sir, and I'm excuse my language now. God watching, you will never see the gates of heaven. I thought your job was meant to serve and protect us. Guess I'm wrong, put every police the new clan members, I just won't accept it. Stay woke, cause one day gonna be a blessing. And God gonna protect me, teaching you a lesson. Only white people matter, niggas presence. We scream, don't shoot, steal, enjoy your weapons. Hope you mind.
say no more.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback and Bars, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. That was a triple play from Young Gifted, Letter to Government from F Love 3. Make sure y'all check out that album right there. That's my favorite song off that album right there. Before that, we had Corner Store and Go-Go, both from his forthcoming album, Uptown, which he says should be out by the end of the summer. So hopefully we'll be seeing that pretty soon. All right, let's go ahead and get into this segment real quick.
It tastes just like it smells. Delicious.
Right before you take that long-awaited break and get your grub on, come and get a hefty helping of life and laughter, courtesy of stories about our beloved Team Bars El Capitan. It's time for Luncheon with the Missus.